What's up everyone, it's James from Jeeping Adventure, and today we are going to show you my DIY rock light setup. But since it's the day before college football season starts, even though I love my Off-Road Elements t-shirts, I cannot wear this color. So, better. So, now that I'm wearing my fancy shirt, that's right, saw them off, a little close up there, boom. Let's show you my nice rock light setup that we got going. Now before we do that, I'm gonna have a little talk with you to talk about why I enjoy my rock lights and how they are beneficial. So let's find somewhere comfortable to talk. All right, so I found somewhere comfortable. I'm sitting on top of my very awesome Diabolical box. This thing is sweet, but enough to talk about that. Let's talk about those rock lights. So biggest thing for me with these is helping people out on the trails. And what I mean is I teach a lot of one-on-one classes and take a lot of new guys and girls out onto the trails. And I want to be able to kind of light the way for them when we do our night runs so they can see what they're getting themselves into. I don't want them to just be taking some line that's going to end up damaging their vehicle. So for me, rock lights was a huge investment, being able to give them peace of mind and see what they're getting themselves into and don't damage their vehicle. Now of course it is very beneficial to me being able to see what I'm getting into or where the rocks are and whatnot. So it is a benefit to me, but more so for the people behind me than it is actually for me. At least that's the way I have mine set up. Of course I can add more lights and be able to see more, but I haven't really needed it. It's really just helped the people behind me. At camp it helps out being able to be parked and have that broad amount of light is really helpful, especially for my wife and kids every time we go camping. Them being able to kind of see around and whatnot really helps out. So enough of me talking, let's go ahead and dive right on into the actual rock light setup.
As you can tell, I have these pods. They came in a set of 4 off of Amazon, so I saved a bunch of money going this route. I will eventually probably upgrade, but for now, this works. I started here and then I worked my way back as far as the wiring goes. You can kind of see that this comes with a bolt. Found a little hole up here and mounted it so I have nice light back here, which doesn't really help me as much as it helps the person that's following me at night. It is very beneficial to them. And then I went with some wiring that is going to be in the link as well, going back to the next spot. The second spot that I mounted it is right here, which is actually kind of cool because it shines down on the drive shaft. This is like literally right above the drive shaft, behind the fuel tank, mounted basically where the emergency brake lines are in. But anyways, it shines down onto the drive shaft and kind of gives you this cool look underneath that you can see the drive shaft rotating, which is kind of different, but also it has more illumination because it's higher up, so it is nice. It puts out a good amount of light. But after I've finished wiring it from that one to this one, I then split off again and went back to my third and then as well as the fourth. So I'm going to show you my third location, which I still need to move, and then my fourth location. So I got a Poison Spider evap cover, and what I did is I used the spider as a mounting point for a bolt. Now the reason it needs to move higher up. Clearly it's going to hit this light before it hits the skid plate, but it is nice because it illuminates pretty much the whole underneath of the Jeep, since I have it pointed like forward more than down, which is really nice. But yeah, I mean, it's a really great place for a light, although I would recommend one that like sits more flush instead of like a pod like this. But once I move it up, it'll be out of the way and won't really be that big of an issue. This is the last location. This is basically the middle of my crash bar. I drilled a hole and mounted it there. And as you can tell, it's actually lasted, which is surprising because this is sitting a little low as well. And like I said, this is kind of a cheap way to do the rock lights, which saves you that money and kind of gets you those lights when you need them, and then you can upgrade to something better along the way. Alright, so we walked from the back to the front, and now we're going to take a quick look at it. That didn't work.
It worked last time. There we go. All right, well, let's show you. So this is what I was talking about with the rear. You got plenty of light. I do need to kind of angle it a little better so there's more light on this side. Obviously you can tell there's more light on the driver's side than there is the passenger side. And you can kind of see that drive shaft that I was talking about. You walk over to the side. Plenty of light. And then as well as that drive shaft shadow. It's really awesome on the trails whenever we're out there and you can see that thing spinning. It's a little different look. I don't see that normally because normally people don't have lights that high up, but I enjoy it because it's different. We'll get a look from the front real quick. So obviously plenty of light. It does help, especially you know, like you can't tell right now how bright it really is, but when we're out in the middle of nowhere, it is amazing. And you can see my radiance pods as well. Pretty sweet. I've been very happy with these rock lights. And like I said, the link is in the description of the video for everything that you will need, minus any switch or controller that you decide to go with. If you are looking for a controller, you can go to my other video, another controller off of Amazon that was super cheap, saved me a bunch of money. So the last thing is I wanted to let everybody know I'm doing a part 2 to the Jeep Girls video. It is going to be a lot of fun and a little bit more intense as far as the shirt will be off, and I'll have my glorious Off-Road Elements nipple tassels. But anyways, if you want to see certain things with that video, go ahead and throw a comment in any video. I don't care what video it is, but throw a comment in there if you want to see something. I might do it, I might not. We will see. I mean, I don't want to get too crazy, but I've been known to do a lot of dumb shit. Anyways, make sure to give the video a thumbs up, subscribe, and like always, have a great day.